What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever video on this channel. My name's Venj, otherwise known as the Venjinator. For the first video I wanted to make it on one of my favourite games of all time, Resident Evil Remake. I've beaten this game so many times, I figured to do a fun little challenge video for you crazy cats. So basically, the challenge is going to be me attempting to beat Resident Evil Remake on real survival mode, knife only, with no self-defense items. Very spicy indeed. Now you might be thinking, Venj, what's real survival mode, bro? Well, it's basically an extra game mode for jazz cats like me, and
what is it?
The game's automatically set to hard mode, auto aim's disabled, and the most important change in real survival mode is that the item boxes are no longer linked together. Why is that important? Well, you see, item boxes when they're linked together can save you so much bally, because it can save you backtracking across the map to get those
Pears
you might have left in another box. So especially when playing as Chris, my item management has to be bang on. Let's move on to the rules of the challenge. First things first, I'm only allowed to use my knife as a weapon. Duh. So that means no pistols, shotties or any other type of firearm. No using the kerosene to burn corpses, and also no self-defense items. As you can see, this is gonna be a twat. Anyway, enough of that shite, let's crack on with the challenge. I chose Chris because his knife actually deals more damage than Jill's, and he can also take a lot more damage than her. The only thing Jill has on Chris really is that she has 2 more inventory slots and she can avoid the Plan 42 fight. She also doesn't need the old keys as she's got the lockpick, so rip. Anyway, we headed out to find Bravo team, finished up the joint in the helicopter and arrived at the crime scene. We watched Joseph bite the dust, got chased by some big ass dogs and sprinted to the mansion. This was the start of our journey.
Is everyone alright?
Barry. Where's Barry?
We don't know where Barry is. Swear he was behind us like 5 seconds ago. Some paranormal shit going on here, man. We heard some bullet spraying, so my man Chris volunteered to go and check it out. When I got there, some slaphead was munching on Kenneth's jugular, so I put on my 110s and got the fuck out of there. When I got back to the Orlo, Jill and West were missing. Ain't taking the piss. You literally just had to sit tight and wait for me. Twats. I found a pistol on the deck, but I had to say no. It was one of the hardest decisions of my life. I polished my knife and begun the challenge. I checked Kenneth's corpse to see if he had any spliffs on him, but all he had was some film. I continued on and found the first puzzle item and performed my first Mission Impossible dodge. These dodges are absolutely necessary when doing a run where no self-defense items are allowed on. I headed to the graveyard where I found Paul and Barry and completed the first puzzle. I knifed Paul so he wouldn't grab me on the way out of the sex dungeon, grabbed our first key and said ta-ra to Barry. After running through some of the mansion, I came across the bathroom. I heard some funny noise coming from the box, so I went to investigate it.
How the hell are you gonna get fired on your day off?
Oh, it's just Mr. Jones talking to Ice Cube. Go ahead, Sam. The bath in there was full to the top, so I pulled the plug to see what was hiding in it.
I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
What the? Chief Irons, what are you doing in there, bro? I grabbed the key and hauled ass. I got the Mary Jane solution, old key in the safe room and headed upstairs. Another slaphead was waiting for me in the corridor, but I just slid past him like a snake. I found a dog whistle which I reckon belonged to Mr. Jones, broke dance on a zombie and continued on. I ended up outside, but something was telling me to blow on the dog whistle. So I did. A filthy ass dog came out of nowhere. I was in panic.
I said, doggy, please don't bite me, dog. And I turned around to jump over the fence. The dog grabbed my ass.
I put my fist up its arse and got the puzzle piece for the armour key. I completely fucked myself over by going the wrong way though, but then corrected myself and headed towards getting the first mask of 4. I had to quickly rid of a stale plant before getting the mask. The masks are needed in order to progress to the cabin, and are scattered around the mansion. When doing runs like these, you need to have a plan and a strat. No, I don't mean a fender strat, I mean a strategic plan. As certain areas repopulate with more enemies and become an absolute pain in the arse if you have to go through those areas again. It just becomes too dangerous. That's why, especially when playing as Chris, you need to use key items and item management wisely. The old keys are prominent for this in part 1 of the mansion. Anyway, enough of that shite. Let's continue on the journey. I found Forrest who'd been pecked to death. And ended up finding Richard who'd been bit by a poisonous snake. This mansion's full of mad shit, man. I got the serum for Richard and continued on my quest to find the rest of the masks. I went to the room with the first piece of sheet music in, where I had to dodge Brian with the egg in the nest and his mate Andy. Andy was trying to show me his gold watch, but I really just had to crack on, to be honest. I then found the other piece of sheet music, and it's safe to say Chris is no Elton John, mate.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Did it fuck sound like Moonlight Sonata? Rebecca could play the piano, but she was a bit rusty, so she whipped out the WD-40 and ended up opening the hidden room. Then I done a simple swapsies puzzle and found the next key. Then I headed to the room with the second mask in, but encountered the big ass snake. It was dead simple, to be honest, just run around and grab the mask.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
The room with the next mask in is just outside and just requires you to push some knights in a specific order. Then the final mask is found in the graveyard, conveniently next to the puzzle where they go. Hooray! By the way, opening the gate in the graveyard is an absolute necessity if you want to make this challenge a lot easier. I headed back down to the Johnny Sins dungeon and slotted the masks into place.
Pears.
We come to the first boss we have to kill, Elder Crimsonhead. Now, if I was allowed to use self-defense items, this would take me less than 10 seconds, but since I have to knife his ass, it's a lot harder. But you know what? I'm not a sob story or a soy boy, so I put on me kecks and got ready to beat his ass. It's funny because knife only, you both just literally run in circles whilst you knife his shins. I died a few times, but eventually got him. We can now progress to the next area of the game, but before I did, I had a quick spliff to heal up. Moving on to the next area, we get a radio transmission from Wesker.
One, respond. Wesker? Once, chains. Tree. Not, says. Wave. Woods outside the mansion.
Sorry bro, I didn't clock a word of that. I did a simple cock-a-doodle-doo puzzle and proceeded through the gate. Upon passing through the graveyard though, a strange noise came from the distance.
How the hell are you gonna get fired on your day off?
I headed to the cabin, got the crank, and then proceeded to take an engine block to the head. When I woke up, it all made sense who it was that was making the noise.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. All the chicken. All the pig feet. All the collard green.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's Mr. Jones.
Hold on.
As if that clocked me, man. The hitbox for that is absolute bullshit. It took me down to orange caution, that from full health. Mr. Jones. Anyway, I used the crank to get past the little swamp area, ran through some alleys to escape the Matrix, and arrived at the guardhouse. We are making some serious progress now. The guardhouse is quite straightforward, to be honest. We just need to grab the book in the room with the fluffy spiders in to complete the picture of the girl who's bolloco, and then go and find the first key. When I went in the bathroom and found the key, this slaphead came storming through the door. What's been on the bog there, mate? I then had to do a chuckle vision me to you getting the other key, and then made me way to the aquarium.
Richard!
What on earth?
Chris!
What on earth?
What's happening?
Chris,
You've only
stop!
split screen.
Richard.
What a fucking hero Richard is, man. I made sure I was getting that Black Jaws wannabe twat to avenge Rich. I headed me way down, done the intense puzzle section and drained the water. After doing so, I found the key needed to get in the gallery, but Black Jaws tried baiting me out. I lit his ass up like a Christmas tree. Now that we've got the gallery key, we can head back upstairs. Some fellow was sitting on the deck. These bees that were on the Sazul was trying to sting me, and I was tired of this shit. So I sprayed some Lynx Africa in the room, and they bit the dust. It was time to fight the Chronic, aka Plan 42. Do you know what the funny thing is? I beat this me first go, and I'm not even bullshitting. I don't know how, because this boss in these circumstances is an absolute bastard. And just because of this boss, I'm actually going to upload the full run on this channel, so look out for that. Anyway, I grabbed the helmet key, let Rebecca heal the wounds, and headed back to the mansion. A familiar face appeared along the way.
Wesker?
Sorry about that.
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Thought you were with her.
Yeah, I know. We got separated.
Yeah, okay, Wesker mate. Brad reminds me of how much of a bellend he is, and I headed back.
Better disconnect the battery.
We now encounter the Hunters. Hunters on this difficulty can end a run instantly. They have a move which is a one-hit kill, so you need to make sure your webs are polished. By the way, I didn't realise the zombie moved to this room. Mad. Moving on, I pushed the Statue of Liberty into place, headed down into the darkness to get the first book, and dodged some zombies to activate the fuse. No way, a fridge. Is there a Dairy Milk caramel in there, lad?
Ain't nothing in this house. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
After getting it from Mr. Jones, it was time to head upstairs and fight Yawn, the snake. This boss fight is proper easy, to be honest. It's just dead tedious as you have to cheese him for nearly 10 minutes with the knife. After beating Yawn, we get the second book.
What on earth? Cricket Pat. Ah! What on
Rebecca.
earth?
Is she upstairs?
Sorry about that. What is it? Ah!
Well, after hearing that weird commotion, it was time to head to the Cascooms. Ooh. Enrico bites the dust, and we get the crank.
Let's do that again. No!
Anyway, I just ran past the spider, done the simple puzzle, and headed to the elevator. Down we go, the fellas.
Every time I come
What
in
the
the kitchen,
hell's that
you in
noise?
the kitchen.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's Mr. Jones again,
In
man.
the goddamn refrigerator.
After running past him and doing some fiddly shit, we eventually get the final piece for the emblem. I headed back to the mansion, slotted in the emblems, and it was nearly time for the final section.
Every time I come in the kitchen,
You're a bit of a mess up.
in the goddamn
Chris,
refrigerator.
take a piece of the action.
All the food, all the
I hate to say it, but we had to get rid of Mr. Jones in order to progress.
all the
This
hog maw.
is a sad
I
ass
wanna
day.
eat- Oh damn! Oh.
Anyway, we come to the final section, the lab. By the way, check out this dodge zone at the start of the lab.
That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco.
Pro gamer there. I knifed a four-eyed twat in the corridor and headed to the freezer room. I typed in Jones for the password in the computer and this happened.
Eating up all the food.
I unlocked the doors, grabbed the lab key and got the nuclear warhead. I remember running this challenge for the first time and spontaneously combusted. I think on real survival mode the time you can run has decreased significantly, so I didn't even bother tapping the run button. The naked zombie thought I smelt a shit, stabbed a fly and got the bomb. It was nice and peaceful this section. We come to the final boss, Tyrant. Wesker Roundhouse kicked me in the head, but Tyrant saved me. After saving me, he immediately tried to rip me into pieces. He was quite an easy boss, to be honest. You just need to cheese him again with the knife. And that's the run. I tied me laces, ran to the elevator, forgot about me comrades, and signalled to Brad the Bellend. He picked me up and we headed home. Well, that's the end of the run. I successfully completed Resident Evil Remake on real survival mode, knife only, with no self-defense items, and with a time of 2 hours and 36 minutes. Please comment below what other challenges you'd like to see Big Venj do. And if you've done this challenge yourself, let me know how it went, bro. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more Desi content. And until next time everyone, peace out and take care. Big love, Venj.